Hello and welcome to my Tuesday afternoon. I had a really lovely evening yesterday with my boyfriend. We snuggled up and watched telly and the apple pie went down well. And guess what? He's brought me some more apples off his tree. He reckons this is probably it now for the season, but they've done well. So there's a few there that I can share with Mick and Sel from my band because they both like having Ramley apples. And I'm going to add pastry to the shopping list again so I can make him another pie. Don't know if make him happy being baked pies, you know. And speaking of being made happy, I'm going to make myself happy by cleaning out a few more of these drawers. I have not been getting on with it very quickly, basically because I've been doing other things. If you're like me and you feel guilty about not having done things that have been on your mind to do for ages, just remember, if you haven't done something, it's because you were doing something else. Right, I am gonna get to work on this. The next one is envelopes. Let's get to work on this one. I was being careful though because I was worried about addresses showing. Not on the top though. I do keep my envelopes to reuse sometimes. It depends what kind of condition they're in. That's a new one. This one has been used, but if I'm doing one of my little packages like I made yesterday to a friend or a family member, I might decorate it, you know, I'll cover it in something else to make it look aesthetic. But if I was selling something on Amazon or I had to be really professional about it, I'd use a new one probably. Sometimes my hoard gets a little out of control. So what I'm intending to do is just rationalise the hoard a bit so that it's not overspilling out of the top of the thing, because I think that's a good upper limit. Nice ones that I've bought. See, I think this has come in something like, I don't think I've bought this one. Yeah, that's something that's come through the door and I thought, well, I can just reuse it. Oh, it's a St. Doin Wednesday card. I got those free. So St. Doin Wednesday is the 25th of January and it's like, it's the Welsh equivalent of St. Valentine's Day. I'll just pop that there in case you're interested. Anyway, it's not St. Doin Wednesday for a while, is it? There's a nice big one. Anyway, you get the gist. It's all bits and bobs, stiff card ones, that sort of thing. What is that? Well, that can go for a start. There's a what is that? Tissue. What is that even doing in there? Right. Oh, yeah, bin. That's a bit of paper chain. I don't know why we've got leaves in here. Wow, look at this big collection all laid out. So I've given this a wash and a dry, so that's nice and sparkly clean now. This is allocated for recycling because they're just a bit scruffy, this lot. I think I might get rid of one or two of those because a couple of them are a bit scruffy. But I think what I'm actually going to do is, because these are good, perfectly usable envelopes, as long as it's not going to be too formal or anything. So I think I'm going to start a second drawer for jiffies and keep this one for the tidy ones, you know. Right, so these are going. It's not like I'm leaving myself short. Big ones at the bottom, I suppose. These are massive. I think these might have come with calendars and then I haven't used them because they were for me. There's the big A4 ones there. We've got some other A4 ones. All these are certificate ones. 1, 2, 3. Got 3 of those. So pop those in there. Izzy might want me to send her certificates to her at some point, so I'll keep hold of those. Does anybody remember these phones? This is such an old postcard. Look, it was probably a promo one, yeah, from Ericsson. I had that phone, that one there. I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to keep it for nostalgic reasons. This, I think I'm going to put in the bin. It's an old Cardiff postcard, but I'm never going to send that to anybody. And it's a modern one, you know, it's not actually from the 1920s. So that one's actually going. Sorry, bye-bye. I'm going to bin this plasticky thing. I think I might take these out of their plasticky packaging. Packaging going. Bubble wrap with most of the bubbles burst. These ML stickers go in there on the top. Look, it's all lovely and organised now. A4's at the bottom, and then we got the A5s and these, I don't know what you call those size, and some lovely colourful ones underneath. And I don't know what these stamps are. Something from Isabel, maybe? I just don't know. I'm going to put them in her room, I think. She can decide what to do with those. They might be special for all I know. They might be cherished collectibles. Good, so that drawer is done, and I'm going to find another one for the jiffies. Oh yes, this one. It's currently got beads and bells in it, but the beads are not staying and the bells, I can find somewhere else for those. This I'm going to use to sort beads. Now, if you watched yesterday's vlog, you may remember that I found a home for my arts and crafts materials that I'm not likely to use in my lifetime, you know, or in the near future. So that's great, but I'm also going to give them my beads because it's a group of families that meet and do crafting activities together. So I'll give them the beads, all the beads, because we're not going to use the beads. They're going to have the hammer beads as well. They don't know it yet, but I'm sure they'll use the hammer beads. A great big group like that, and I've got loads of hammer boards as well. A few educational resources. I've got to sort through it all, but I'm definitely going to sort out the beads. I'll be glad to see the back of the blinking beads, or it will fit bloody things. We've got tons of them in the house. This has nearly gone in the bin many times, but I'm just thinking if I'm sorting out odds and ends of beads and there's lots of sort of same ones, I can literally sort them out, put them in there, and it will be more of a presentable offering then, won't it? So hang on to that for now. These are going to go in there. And this one I think is one of Izzy's new ones that she's bought. I'm going to need a label for this drawer. Next drawer is going to be my light bulbs and cartridges drawer. Oh, and another Jiffy envelope. Surprise, surprise. Jiffy's is that, isn't it? Put that on there. Now then, I want to have 2 different drawers for this one, and this is where my new things are going to come in handy that I bought. I had a feeling I might use this for my cartridges, for my printer. These things, by the way, came from B&M. They were £2 a piece. I got, how many did I get for? 6. 6, oh yeah. Anyway, the only thing about them that I found a little bit irksome is I'm struggling to get the sticky off where the labels were attached, and I can't be bothered to like spend ages on every single one. So all the labels took a little bit of effort to get off. I'm thinking I really don't need a separate drawer for light bulbs as much as I'd like that. I just don't need it, because look, that's how much space that's taken up. You probably wonder why I've got so many. It's just cheaper to buy them in bulk, and I hate running low on ink, so I can just sort it out, and I've always got them in stock, and when they start running low I buy another batch. I always buy my ink cartridges in bulk from Printer Ink Direct. There we are. I've just realised that's a sticker, look, it says stick it on your printer. I don't know if I want to stick it on the printer, but I could stick it in this drawer, couldn't I? I'm going to stick it on it. In fact, it'll help to identify which drawer they're in. I need to redo my labels. I'll have a little think about how to do that. There we are. Oh, lovely. I'm having a little think about what to do with all these light bulbs, because I've got loads of different light bulb fittings in my whole house. These are little converters I bought from IKEA. They're very handy, so they convert from bayonet to screw. So if you've only got screw bulbs, you can use that as a converter. So that's kind of handy. I certainly don't want to get rid of that. Now there is a little issue that I've got here, which is I'm a daily vlogger. Now daily vloggers have problems with certain coloured light bulbs because it makes them go all yellow looking, and then they have to sort it out in post-edit later. And it's a bit of a pain in the bum to do that with every single clip. So as a vlogger, I have changed almost all my light bulbs in the house to a really daylight simulating one, so it doesn't affect the white balance as much. It still does a little bit. It's still not 100% there, but compared to the normal ones, it's much better. I've still got some of the old style in my bathroom and in the cellar as well, but I always vlog with the light off in the cellar, and I've got different lighting in the cellar to compensate for that. And the hallway, I really need to sort the hallway ones out, but I'm just thinking when my bulbs go, I'm going to get those daylight ones. I should charity shop the new ones of these, and I don't know what to do about the old ones. Oh, I don't know. See, this is why I don't like doing this, because you get these decisions and quandaries and there's no clear answer sometimes. You just, ooh. Right, so you've got the different colour temperatures. Ah, this is warm. No, I don't know. But then if a bulb goes, I won't have anything to replace it with unless I've bought new replacements that are the right colour for me. I had to make myself a coffee to help myself with the decision process. And I know that looks dark, but it's got coconut in it, that's why. Anyway, look, you'll be pleased to know I am going to charity shop the ones that have got boxes that are new or newish, but appear new anyway. The ones that don't have boxes, I can't imagine they're going to want them in a charity shop. I don't want to just put them in the landfill. I don't know how to recycle. Can you recycle light bulbs? Because they're mixed material. I don't know. Anyway, I've got spares. I've got 2 bayonet and 1 screw spare for an emergency. Got my converters, of course. I'm going to keep those because they're great. These are for my little wax burner lamp, so I've got a couple of spares for those. And these are the wrong colour, but I'm keeping them for now, and at some point I may replace them, and then if I don't use these, I can charity shop them. So for vlogging, this is the temperature I've got of my light bulbs that are better. They're not perfect, and it's not 100% cool enough. It still makes me go yellow a bit, but nowhere near as much as the normal ones. So I'm keeping this bit of info for when I get my new ones, so that's staying in there. And that has only used 2 of these things, you see, because I've been able to use them to wedge the others up. And those have got boxes anyway, so they didn't need wedging. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. Definite improvement, I reckon. I'm making myself a little list of drawer labels to make. So that's ink cartridges and bulbs, wasn't it? Oh, for a bit more rubbish for recycling. Now then, this next one, I don't even know what's in here, so this is going to be a surprise to me and you. Now I know what these are. Does anybody else remember OHPs from school? Overhead projectors? I bet they don't have those anymore. These are from those. An old school teacher, a retired school teacher, gave them to me for my crafting for homeschool. But what I've actually found is I can read better if I've got a green overlay. So I've been trying to persuade Izzy, because she is actually diagnosed as dyslexic. I've been trying to persuade her to have a go with these overlays, but she's just refusing. So she hasn't. So I've been waiting and waiting for her to do that, because I imagine overlays, I don't know if they're expensive to buy. Oh gosh, I'm just having flashbacks of activities. We were doing window displays, you know, that were transparent and see-through. So there's bits with cut out bits. Right, I'll have to go through those, and maybe some of that could go to the home ed group actually, because we used to do like displays to stick on windows, you know, or hang in the window so the light would go through them, but they were transparent. That is just an envelope. I think I can go in the bin because it's used. Oh, a spare box. I know I've kept that for organisation. Ooh, there's an old Ferrero Rocher box. I think that's probably going to go in the recycling. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't. Oh, look at all this. I did not even know this was here. Oh, look at that tape. I might use it for presents or something. I wouldn't use it for like my diary. What's that? Oh, crafty stuff. That's probably going to go in the bin as recycling. Tissue. Yeah, that can go to the home ed group, I think, yeah. Oh, fantastic. Okay. When I have those what if pangs, like, what if I will use this crepe paper to make something? What if I have a sudden urge to reach in a drawer and get a bit of crepe paper or tissue paper because I have something in mind I want to make? When I get those urges, I have to remind myself I can pop to the works, and for about £1 I can replace it in an instant and it will be new and fresh and packaged. So I just don't need to worry about that. I think a lot of us have come from childhoods where we just didn't have a lot, or young adulthoods where we just didn't have a lot of money, and you would literally pick up I would literally find stuff and save it. Like, I used to work in an office, and if there's loads of cardboard going in the bin, even if it had a bit of print on the other side, I'd have it because I'd know I could go and make my cards with it. And I found some the other day. I was having a little look, so that's something else I need to sort through from when I worked for financial advisors years ago. I've got some of that old stuff still, because I did make cards and I would glue something over the text that was originally on the printed card to reuse it. It was very eco-friendly. Got to give myself my dues, and it was very, very thrifty, a very thrifty way to send lovely handmade beautiful cards. But anyway, I am getting rid of this. So there we are. God, look at that. It was in the bottom of them. It's old. I wonder how old they are. Anyway, I've allocated all those intact sheets for the home ed group. They can do what they will with it, art and craft. I'm going to keep those for me. There's not many of the other colours, but I want to try Izzy with them. And I've kept the green ones for my reading. That's perfectly good card. I think that can go to the home ed group as well. That can go to the home ed group in with the tissue paper. And the rest I've put in the bin. Home ed group donation bag is looking like this at the moment. Well, this has been a bit of a trip down memory lane. Some of the things I've made. I've got loads of these, so I can gift a load of these. I am going to keep a master template. I've got to be honest, I was very proud of my skeletons. So these I had the kids cutting out, and then they would attach the limbs with split pins, and they had an animated skeleton then. Oh, these have been cut out, look. They did enjoy that. This one, I don't think I ever did this one. Got it from the museum though. It's a cut it out and stick it together wasp. Is that a wasp? I should know, shouldn't I? Doesn't say on it. These, I am just going to gift these. I'm never going to do these again. I just got them off the internet. I used to get the kids to make masks, and then they would play with them, do role playing and stuff, you know. These were my legendary designed ridiculous things that I made. Dragonflies. I've still got loads of those. Got loads of the heads and bodies, and there's a thing of wings. There's a big pile of wings somewhere. Well, there's the wings to go with that. So I don't know if they'll want them or not, because they're quite ridiculous and unique, but we had fun making them. I had them all making brain hats. I just downloaded this from somewhere. I didn't invent it, so had all the kids cutting them out, fold them up, glue them and put them on their heads, and then talking about the different parts of the brain. That's one of my stencil plates, you know, just sponge blobbing with the very young kids. Oh, and this is one of my favourites. It's very simple. Can you guess what it is? So this is the bottom bit, and you get your child to draw in all the boxes, or put a sticker in if they're too young to draw, or a blob, or cut out a picture and glue it in, whatever they want to do. It's up to them. And an adult or an older child, if they're responsible enough, to very carefully cut out 3 of the 4 lines of the doors, and then glue it carefully on with Pritt stick in between all the little pictures. And you've got an advent calendar, ta-da, and you get them to colour in this. Oh, before you do the cutting, get them to do their main picture on here as well. Well, sometime later, look, we've got 2 whole spare drawers, and that doesn't need to go in a drawer. I've kept my very unique templates, like 1 sheet of each for photocopying, and got rid of the rest. So we're looking like that at the moment. I've gifted my dragonflies, so they are examples, so they know how to assemble them from what they've got by using twigs or lollipop sticks and bits of spare wool and googly eyes. And they'll be getting some googly eyes from me when I get to them. I'm going to give those a clean, put that on a shelf somewhere, and then I'm going to pop to B&M quickly, so I want some Vimto, and that's pretty much it. I want some mushrooms, and Iceland for the mushrooms. I might get frozen ones actually. We'll see. I'll decide in a minute, but I don't want to leave it much later because it's getting late. Oh, look what's down to £1 at the moment. I get through these. I do eat them, so I'm going to get 2. I'm going to stock up, in fact, and get corn cocktail as well. There we are. Good. Well, they've got great big Vimtos, 3 litres for £3.50 or 1 litre for £1. Hang on, so, oh no, it's not, it's 75 centilitres. 725 millilitres to be precise. I'm going to get that because I've got to carry it. See, I haven't got my trolleys. Just get that. Look, this is why I definitely need to give away all my tissue paper. It's £1 to buy a great big packet full like that. So if I ever had the need, I could just get it again. Oh my goodness, don't show my daughter Dave the sloth, or she'll be wanting one for Christmas. Right, I'm going to Iceland. I've moved over to Iceland now. I'm just going to pick up some chestnut mushrooms. They're £1.19 a box. I don't need vegetables, but the only thing I've run out really is mushrooms. I've been editing. It's about 6 o'clock now. I've just had a fun question in from a viewer. Does your flute have a name? Yes, he does. He is Bruce. I got him when I was about 20, and yes, I called him Bruce the Bruiser because in those days, and well, probably still, I quite like to be quite energetic and vigorous and fast and loud on my flute, and challenging the stereotype of the sweet, gentle, you know, dulcet tones of the flute, so I called it Bruce the Bruiser, but Bruce for short, obviously. I don't have to cook this evening. Well, it looks like I am cooking, but no, I've just taken the whole pan out of the fridge. It's left over from last night, so I'm just reheating my curry. I had the same thing for lunch, except with leftover rice, but I've eaten all the rice now. Oh, I washed those up. Now, the lack of carbohydrate in the dinner does not concern me because I'm going to make up for that by having some of my pie that's left over. Haven't had any yet, so IB had a bit here, and I cut a huge portion for him to take with him, so far I haven't had any, so I'll have a bit of that later with custard. I've had a really relaxing last 3 days actually, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I haven't really gone anywhere significant or any, you know, I haven't made any lengthy journeys. I haven't been cracking the whip on myself. I've been quite relaxed paced and I've really enjoyed it. Tomorrow, however, I have got a rehearsal in the afternoon with my Cayley band, so we'll be seeing them tomorrow in tomorrow's vlog. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for a bit of social time again. I wonder if there'll be cake. There's always been very delicious cake at Guy's house so far. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please give it a like if you happen to like it. Subscribe down below to watch more videos from me, and I will see you tomorrow.